Yo, what's up? What's going on? How's it going? What are we, episode 33? It's the R.W.O show. And, well, heck, I'm the only member here, but with good reason. Nick's still at work. Justin's running late, and Sammy had kind of like a death in the family, so he's attending funeral services and stuff. And he'll be on momentarily, but everyone say a prayer for Sammy and just to get him into better graces. But we got Kiko. What up, Kiko?
What's up, guys?
And then Jamie, who's been coming a regular around. Well, wait, Jamie.
Which one? Which one?
And I was going to save the woman for last, the best for last. And then the woman, Jamie, that right below. You got to look where I'm pointing. See, Jamie, tire god, the Irish bushwhacker looking dude. And then, Professor White, right there. Go vote. Go vote for her. If you can, put your link in the chat and go vote. Who we got?
One teacher in the universe.
Duval! What up, Duval? How's it going? James from Be More Exotics. How's it going? Good to see you, buddy. Tara from Voodoo. How's it going? Appreciate the support. Kiko double dipping. Look at him. He knows what to do. What up, G Paul? How's it going? Links in the chat if you want to come up. There's the homie Jay. What's up, Jay? Good dude right there. Go get yourself some Integrity. We got a commercial coming up.
Integrity.
Bosa. What up, dude? How's it going?
That's nice.
As always, my friend.
There's a pretty snake.
That is a pretty snake.
That is. That's sweet looking.
Ashley from Catalina Morph Mixer. One of the best names out there, I say. A lot of people say. It's not just me to say it, everyone says. Who else? Double dipping with the G Paul residents. All City. Cookie Mine. What's going on, my dude?
Smoothie.
Yeah, there's the smoothie guy. That's brave. What's up, my dude? He's like one of the OG channel members. Like, he's been here since the beginning. Definitely appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Waka. What's up, dude? How's it going? Chat be blowing up tonight. We appreciate it. DDM, one of them. Dustin, how's it going? Got some stuff going out to them here coming up next week. Moving on down the list. We're not going up. We're going down. That's the way it works. We go down, you see. Yeah. That's the way you do it. You go down. Oh, where'd it go? I seen one. Lowe's Exotics. What's up? No, where'd it go? Click it. Yeah, thank you. Lowe's Exotics. How's it going? Appreciate the support. I'm almost caught up. Yeah, I'm caught up. I'm all caught up. Mm-hmm. What do you got now? What is this? What is this?
What is this? It's a snake.
It's a snake.
Snake.
Kiko don't think they should be called ball pythons anymore, but after your little talk about this snake, we're going to have Kiko explain himself.
Okay. OD, leopard, Mojave, triple het.
Triple het. What's a triple het for?
TSK. Oh, and there's fire too. TSK, Xanthic, Clown, and Pied.
Clown, Pied, TSK. That's the sexy kind of Xanthic.
Come here, baby boy.
Did you say it was a male or a female?
It's a boy.
It's a boy. So it's Bob. It's a boy. Are you selling it?
No.
No. She says no.
Not currently, no.
All right. Well, I was just wondering. You had it out, like saying, "Hey, look
I'm socializing."
He's pretty though. He is pretty.
Yeah, them stripes are killer. I like that.
He's a pretty boy.
Yeah, I'm just socializing him.
Kiko. Now, what? We was talking backstage, and You no longer think they should be called ball pythons. Like,
Just
explain yourself. I mean,
hear me out. Ball python, testicle python.
I like it. Testicle python.
Well, I mean, there's always
No,
there's
no,
probably
Right.
10,
No, the
10
balls.
Instagram jokes a day about balls.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you hear it all the time with testicles. I think people would stop. It's too long of a word. They wouldn't want to type it out, you know. Testes, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably call it like T pythons.
Just a passing thought.
Just a passing thought. All right. Well, they're testicle pythons from now on.
Something to chew on.
Chew on it. Chew on it all day.
Please don't chew on testicles.
Yeah,
No.
that's not nice.
Don't
Rock-
chew on
Rocky Mountain
testicles.
oysters.
Just the ideal of calling them testicle pythons. That's it.
Okay.
No chewing, literally. Well, we're going to get these sponsor things out of the way before I forget, because I'm good at that. We'll start out.
Beasts, Brews, and Botany is the most unique reptile show in Northern Virginia and maybe in the country. It's at Eavesdrop Brewery that has delicious alcoholic beverages and a wonderful array of food in the area as well. Courtyards to chill in. It's dog friendly. It's kid friendly. You can bring the whole entire family out. You can get all your plants, arachnids, reptiles. You could get dart frogs, vampire crabs, and take photos with reptiles as well. The first Sunday of each month at Eavesdrop Brewery is Beasts and Brews, so the reptile show. And the second Sunday of every month is Brews and Botany at Eavesdrop Brewery. Now, this event is held by my good friend Kiko, and he actually has a variety of carnivorous plants as well. He ships said carnivorous plants anywhere in the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii. So that's Venus flytraps, sundews, any carnivorous plant you could want. Go give him a follow at Flora Esoterica on Instagram and Facebook. And definitely, if you're in Northern Virginia, you need to check out Beasts, Brews, and Botany. You will not be disappointed.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Yeah, so if you're ever in the Northern Virginia area around the beginning of the month, like what'd you say? When do they run?
First Sunday every month, we have the reptile show. Come down and see us in Manassas, Virginia.
Manassas.
Mhm.
Manassas. How could you forget Manassas? That's Manassas. Manassas, Virginia.
Yep.
Manassas. Go to Manassas to Beast, Botanies, and Brews. You'll have a good time.
All right.
Here
So,
at Greenline Morphs, I am dedicated to producing the very best in high-quality ball python combos while upholding the highest standards of integrity and customer service. Every ball python I produce is a reflection of my commitment to excellence. Health, genetics, and overall quality are my top priorities. I do not cut corners, and I will not compromise my integrity.
Owned and operated by four-time combat veteran Jay Capps, Greenline Morphs is a military-oriented ball python breeding operation built on the core values of discipline, integrity, and attention to detail.
My mission is simple: to provide my customers with investment-quality ball pythons, backed by pristine customer service. Whether you're a breeder looking to elevate your collection or a collector searching for a standout animal, you can trust that every Greenline Morphs animal meets the highest standards in the industry.
Go check Jay out on Instagram. That's a good way to get a hold of him. You get a snake off with him, you'll get yourself some integrity, because that guy, he's got some good stuff. Good stuff over there. Use code R.W.O. HP60 for 60, yes, 60 free days of Husbandry Pro on us. So go use it. Go use the code. Do it. Please. Please. It'd be nice of you. All right, where's my other one at? Play this one. Chris from B&S Reptilia. Get your Coco to go. And
Chipper.
your chipper. The chipper. I use a chipper. Nick and Justin like the Coco to go.
Chipper rules.
I use a
Love
little
the
less
chipper.
water in my chipper, so it works for me. I mean, just missed it a lot. That's what I do. All right. We got ours again. Yes, go get your shed testing done at RGI because they're cool. I don't know, they're cool. We're also going to start giving away the free shed tests again. I think I'm going to do it on the R.W.O show just to bring that sponsorship a little bit more light on this channel. Then we'll be giving away one single gene, just a single gene. You can't get a full panel. You can say, I want to test this for yellow belly to see if it's yellow belly or gravel or whatever. You know, one single gene test to RGI for free. Yeah, we can do that whenever. I don't know. We're starting it.
Mark with Vision here. We're showing off the new Visionarium. See a couple examples here. These are going to be a new product from us coming out hopefully the end of the year. It is modeled off our V35 and V70 tub, 3x height. So we're doing about 15 inches on this. You'll have options for doors on one side or up to all four sides on each of the tubs. We got vents on the front and the back. We will have options for windows as well if you just want that instead of the doors. We'll have perforated options and glass options. This was the V35. This is going to be the V70, so you get a little bit bigger option. We have a bearded dragon set up here and a pixie frog in this one. Show a little bit of versatility of using it for a desert species versus tropical. We have lids that are built in as well. These are going to have options for your lighting. These are going to be a halogen light or an LED light, and they will snap into the lid. C5 lighting, other UVB and halogen lighting options. Options will be available for misters, temperature probes, and fans, depending on what the customer wants.
www.visionproducts.us, or if you need an aquarium to fill a hole, custom aquariums. If you need a cage, it's weird, all funky sizes. What are they called? Custom cages. Yeah, that's it. Custom cages. Check them out. They'll fill the hole that you have. To fill. They'll fill it.
Wow.
I'm having too much fun tonight, guys. How's it going?
If you don't want it filled.
Oh, you don't got to get it filled if you don't want it. So we do got a top 10 list tonight, but I gave you pictures because this one's going to be impossible for everyone to just guess what they are.
Of course it is.
It's the top 10 most venomous and insects. There are venomous insects. Like some of them are really dangerous, some are mildly venomous. That we'll start from the top and work our way down. This is number 10. Does anybody know what weird looking thing is?
A caterpillar?
It's a caterpillar for sure, but I mean,
Caterpillar.
it's a caterpillar for sure. I mean, yeah, James, it's a caterpillar for sure. But what type? I mean,
A venomous type.
I mean, it is, but there's a couple other venomous caterpillars on here too. So I need something specific.
Specific type.
Specific. I need at least one word. Like, I need a word that's in it.
Fuzzy one?
What's that? What'd you say?
Fuzzy one.
No fuzzy.
Black one.
No.
Yeah, I was
Showed
gonna
up.
say-
What's up, Chooch?
What up,
The
Choo-Choo?
black Brazilian caterpillar.
Okay. So that's of course not it.
Does it make a moth?
Yes. Okay. Since you said moth caterpillar, basically, you said the word moth. You said the word caterpillar. I'm going to give you it. It's the buck moth caterpillar.
Buck?
I mean, aren't
Like
most
a buck.
caterpillars either moths or butterflies?
But that is why she is the teacher of the world.
Yeah, that's why she's the best teacher of the world, and you should go vote for her. Just saying.
Come on.
Spanish.
Number 9. This is pretty common, but it is slightly venomous.
Wasp?
Not a wasp. It's
What do they call them freaking things? Hornet?
hornet. Yes.
Murder hornet? Oh, I was thinking murder
what type
hornet.
of hornet is it?
Murder.
No.
Is
Damn
it
it.
a yellow jacket?
Holes in the
Yes,
ground.
it's a yellow jacket hornet. There you go. Yellow jacket hornet. Yeah, see, look, it ain't that hard. I thought this was going to be really hard. This one's pretty easy, though. What's this?
The ant. It's the bite. What's it? Ant?
Fire ant.
Bullet ant.
Fire
Bullet
ant.
ant.
It's the fire ant.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is a fire ant. This one's going to be pretty rough. I mean, unless
I got
people
attacked by
know.
them in Florida.
James B. and Brave both got fire ant. But look at this wicked little thing here. I mean, it ain't even little.
what is
It's
that?
pretty big.
Almost looks like a soldier fly, but it's not. What is
Beautiful
that?
colors.
So it has
His wings like a dragonfly.
no. The first word of it is the spiders that sell, like a lot of like
Tarantula?
the tarantula.
Oh, it's a tarantula wasp.
Wasp.
Yeah,
It's-
tarantula wasp.
There's another word missing. It's not just tarantula.
Killer.
Killer?
Killer tarantula, yeah.
No.
Death.
You know it. I'm going to give James from Be More Exotics got it. It's tarantula hawk wasp.
Oh.
That's hawkwash.
Yeah, that's a hawk wasp. All right.
Oh, Mike working okay?
And what type of ant is this? Does anyone
Is
know?
that the bullet ant?
Yes, yeah, that is the bullet ant. Look at the teacher spreading her knowledge. Look at that.
Come on.
Bullet ant. Genji got that one too. Oh, be more. All right, now what is this little caterpillar? What is it?
Oh, it's one of those ones that looks really cute and fuzzy. Oh, and they tell you not to touch them.
Yeah, you can't touch them.
Those we have those here in Florida, actually.
They'll put like little blisters on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking of the name, trying to think.
Is that the woolly?
Is it? No. What is
Like
it?
the hairy caterpillar.
No, not hairy. Not a woolly bugger. Not a tequila worm. That would be rough going down there, buddy.
Who's got Google?
Is it the puss?
Yes, it is a puss caterpillar. Yes.
Wow. Should be called Harry.
Hairy puss. I mean, hairy.
A little cat.
I don't know. I don't find trimmed, but we'll just say that and leave it go.
That's
Okay.
a bush.
Yeah, that's a bush. That's a 70s porn star bush. What is this weird looking
Really?
thing?
Holy bugs, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
It's another caterpillar.
It actually is a caterpillar. It goes on. I couldn't find a full length of it, but it does go on as a caterpillar. Like
Yeah, I
every
feel it.
picture that
like
showed
it's
them was like really far away, and they were all black because they was too young. They get the red as they get older.
Okay.
It gets to red as it gets older, guys.
It's
Yeah, they're born all black with spiky things like that, but they turn red.
I don't know.
I got a hint that could probably give it away, but I'm going to give the audience some time to
Is
see.
it
If
a
they'll-
fire spiky?
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
No, nothing to do with fires and spikes. You got me, James said. So, if No, I'm not going to say that. This person could reach out and touch you from like a mile away. Like,
Reach
what would
out
that
and
person
touch
call?
me.
Like not
Kids
for
been
real.
listening to music.
He could use
Arms?
he could use his gun and get you from a mile away.
Is it a bullet caterpillar?
No,
Armstrong?
not a
Assassin
sniper.
caterpillar?
Yes, assassin caterpillar. Yes, it's an assassin caterpillar.
It's like an assassin.
Assassin. That's how it's spelled. Did you know that? Assassin spelled ass-ass-in.
Yeah.
If I'd have known that years ago, I'd have spelled it right 100 times. Like
Jesus.
ass-ass-in.
Thought you had a joke in.
What is that?
Murder hornet.
Nope.
Damn it.
Is it a wasp?
No, it's a hornet.
Oh, it is a hornet.
I cannot take Japanese hornet. That is close, but I can't take it.
Chinese?
No.
Giant.
Asian?
Did you say Asian?
Yeah.
Asian hornet?
Asian something hornet. There's another word.
Asian fire
Killer.
hornet?
Not fire.
Asian giant.
Yes, Asian giant hornet. That is the Asian giant hornet. Brave got that as soon like giant Asian hornet. Yeah, James B got it too. Asian giant. Yeah, Tara. They always get it. So good job, guys. Good job. No Adrian. It wasn't in no Philippines. It was an Asian, but it was a giant too. All right. What's this one called? This is number 2.
Insect. An insect.
An insect. I'll give it. It's a beetle. What kind of beetle is
Striped beetle.
that? There is a striped version of this, and that is the striped what? There is two different types, but the striped one was the better picture, so that's why I got it.
Huh.
Is it?
Not John Lennon, not Rose.
Can you give us a hint?
I'm trying to think of a hint that won't give it away. The only hints that I have will definitely give it away.
Give it away, give it away, give it away. No.
That documentary was pretty good, by the way. Just saying. All right, so if you get burnt, you might get one of these.
Blister beetle.
Yes, blister beetle. It's the only thing I could think of. I knew that was giving it away, but I couldn't think of nothing else. All right, and the last one, which surprised me, is this kind of ant.
Is it a carpenter ant?
Nope.
It's an ant.
It's an ant. You sure is. It's an ant.
So I won.
No, it's not a bulldog ant.
Giant ant.
No, not a giant.
Is it
Bulldog
army
ant?
No, I didn't hear what you said, but no, it did sound like the word.
Bulldog?
No bulldog, no piss, no Latina, no leaf cutter.
Army ant.
No.
Soldier.
Tree ant.
No.
Forest ant. Jungle ant.
No, Tara's close with harbinger. That's not quite the right word.
Kidnapping ant?
No, it's close to harvester. Oh,
Ant Helen.
Yeah, that one. Harbinger. Harvester ant. Yes, it's a harvester ant, but what's in front of it? I'm going to make you get it all.
A killer
What type of
harvester ant.
ants are there? It's not a killer. It's a place.
It's a place.
Indonesian.
No.
A forest, jungle.
No, no. It starts with an M.
Madagascar.
No.
Mediterranean.
Maricopa
Minnesota.
harvester ant. Brave got it. It's the Maricopa harvester ant. I can't highlight it because I'm like away, but right
Maricopa,
here.
so it's in Arizona.
Maricopa harvester ant. Yep. So let's go back and look through these pits. Get all 10 again. Check them out.
Of course.
So this is the buck moth caterpillar. Yellow jacket hornet. Fire ant. So, I mean, has anyone ever been bit by a fire ant? I got a story about it.
I was attacked by like 100 of them in Florida.
I
It's not that
rode
bad.
my bike into a big ass hill as a kid and about put myself in the hospital.
They're not that bad. Like when I was in basic training, the drill sergeants dared us to punch it and hold our hands in there for 10 seconds. And my smart ass did it for 20. I mean, it hurt, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, it just felt like
I was covered from head to toe in them. I rode my bike into it and fell over in it.
Yeah, with them, it depends if your body has a reaction to them. It makes it worse.
It didn't. Like mine just didn't even swell up. It just looked like a bunch of pinchers. But that one,
beehive to the places.
I wouldn't want to be hit by or stung by that. That thing looks wicked.
I don't even want to see that in person.
These things hurt. These bullet ants. I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical to get bit by one of them. They would hurt. I'd do it though. This thing here, hell no. This puss caterpillar, the hairy pussy caterpillar.
Yeah, hairy puss.
No, that ain't going nowhere near me because I should have downloaded the pictures that shows you the wounds from them things, and I don't want to do that. Nope. And then this is the assassin caterpillar. Giant Asian hornet. That would scare the shit out of me too. And I've seen things like half that size flying around that look like that. They're bigger than your normal like wasps, but they're not that big. They're like half that size.
We have the ones that look like that dig in the ground and make tunnels. I don't know what they're
Carpenter
called.
bees. Yeah, they're carpenter bees. I've gotten stung by nests of them things. I ran a nest over with a lawnmower one time. It was not fun.
They'll fuck you up.
They got a gallon of gasoline poured down there. A whole gallon. I poured the whole gallon down there. Lit on fire. And things were flying out with burnt wings.
They're everywhere around pine trees here. See the pine trees. Look around on the ground, you'll find them.
That's the blister beetle. And this is the Maricopa harvester ant. Bada bing, bada boom. Number 10 list. Done. Oh, I gotta turn it off. Shit, I forgot. There we go. So I looked a couple things up tonight just before we get into the talk. But in 1950, Bob Hope made his first appearance on TV. This day in 1950. In 1983, David Bowie's song "Let's Dance" became his first hit that went number one in the UK and US, both. It is also National Unicorn Day. So if you like unicorns, I guess that's your day. I don't like unicorns. They're mythical, unreal creatures that don't exist. So
a national day for something that doesn't exist.
There is no such thing as a unicorn. Like, let's be real. There's mermaids, there's aliens, but there ain't no unicorns. There's Bigfoot, no unicorns.
It's kind of weird that we have a national day for something that doesn't exist.
So, see all you mature women out there, it's your day.
Christmas. Santa.
National Gin and Tonic Day. I mean, I don't like it. If you're into it, go have your drink. It's Jumbo Day as well, and that's the first elephant that was like Barnum and Bailey Circus, so like it was really popular like back in the 20s and 30s. Like today was the day that it died, so it is celebrated called Jumbo Day.
I thought you were gonna say like Jumbo Day is in celebration of everything that's jumbo.
Nope, no, it's the elephant. It's also the last day of Passover to all you religious people out there. So, I mean, it's important.
Passover.
International ASMR Day. So, if you like the ASMR, I will right now, just for a few seconds. But that is all I got. No more. No more of that. National Winston Churchill Day. And in 1865, the Civil War ended on this day. So that was a good thing. What day is it anyways? Like April what? 6th, 7th?
Ninth.
Ninth. 9th? Is it the 9th? Really? Holy hell. I'm like,
yeah, my son's birthday's in 2 days. Talking about
my
that
daughter's birthday's the 16th, so I'm glad someone.
Yeah, I got two of the boys that are this month, the 11th and the 24th.
Ours is July because my youngest daughter is July 9th, I'm July 18th, and my middle daughter is July 30th. Must have been the right time of year.
Yeah, that was your favorite month or something. Like 9 months from July is your favorite month.
I guess. I mean, that's the month everything was working right. I mean, that'd have been like after October. So Halloween parties, maybe.
Yeah, you must have really liked Halloween. Like, yeah.
I always got Halloween. I mean,
that's why there's a bunch of November babies. Not Halloween.
Some lockage.
November babies are all Valentine's babies.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense. But I don't know. I always liked Halloween, and I don't know. We used to have like a costume party every freaking year. But I haven't done one in a while. I'll do one again. I think throw at least one more shindig before it's my time to get too old for that. 9 more days to egg day. Go ahead, James. I don't know what's going on with my females this year. I got 3 or 4 that looks like they're good, but I had a temperature issue, so they might have all reabsorbed. What up, Mitzi?
Honestly, a lot of people I think are going kind of late this year. Like I got 2 right now that I just opened a bin that are in prelay, and I've got.
I heard a lot of people talking about that.
I've got a bunch more that are going too after that.
Yeah, so do I, like 10.
I think within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to have 2 clutches, but we'll see. 1, maybe 2.
I keep getting turning sideways and swelling up and laying all funky, but still no eggs in the morning.
That one with Sammy, it's in prelay right now.
Well, you got a picture thing over there. You know what's going on inside.
Oh yeah, yeah. If I had one of them, I'd be a lot more accurate.
Yep. I love it.
We know a lot more.
One day it'll happen.
I don't know. I think I like not knowing. I don't know because it's just like you don't know. You open the drawers up and you get eggs, or you don't. You know what I mean? Like I like not knowing.
Right.
This is my preference.
When they all look like they're going to go and then there's still no eggs, like that cinnamon, I keep sharing the picture, but she looks like she's going to explode.
Yeah, I mean, I got that highway keeps looking that way like she's about ready to explode. But she's not off food yet. She's still eating. So I'm like, yep, I'll just keep feeding you. Keep on eating. Just keep on eating.
Next is my males.
Your males. Get your males done.
Yeah, I just did all these girls. They weren't even all that bad anyway. I spot cleaned the other day. I've been staying on it.
What up, Mitchell?
How's the dragon, Justin?
Loving it. Freaking loving it. Been working on potty training. Got her every morning now when she wakes up and do a little basking, then put her in the tub and right away. So she got her on potty training. She's doing hella good. And I just updated her enclosure, did a little bit since we had Nick with God, why can't I think of the name right now? The Lizard Lounge. Nicholas Lizard Lounge. I've been talking to him, and he showed me a setup with his deep heat emitter and UVB and LED lights and stuff. So I got it all set up now to where like when the sun goes down, the lights start to go down, and even when the sun's coming up, the lights start to come up. So it's all natural in there for us.
That's what's up.
But we're looking at next. I was already talking to Alex. I want to start setting. I'm gonna get an enclosure and start setting up. But I want a blue tree now.
I want a blue tree.
Blue trees are nice.
So when we go to Daytona, that's probably what I'm going to look for. If I don't find a Daytona, then I'll just come home and order one there's a couple on Work Market I'm looking at.
But those peach throats
So I'm going to set up its enclosure first. I want its enclosure to be badass.
Yeah, the one that you have currently, is it the black tree?
No, it's a Black Dragon Asian water monitor.
Oh, okay.
Gets about freaking 6 to 8 feet.
Dang.
Did you guys figure out a name?
Can't wait to walk around my neighborhood with a harness on her and be like, "What's up?"
I love when you see the guys at the shows carrying him like a baby.
Yeah. She's so sweet. She'll come right up to me if I open the door. She'll come running up to me. She's like watching the dogs, trying to hang out with the dogs, and like my little Frenchie. I had her in a water dish on the ground swimming around, and she hopped out the water dish and started running to my Frenchie. My Frenchie took off. I was like, "What the hell is this thing?"
Ain't quite used to it yet.
When she gets big, it'll be pretty cool for sure. It'll be an experience.
Are people still voting on the name, or did you get a name already?
No, actually, tonight was going to be the night I was going to do it. I got votes in there on the paper. I have to go in there and get it. But it's pretty close between Naira and Zelda. So whatever we get tonight in the chats, you guys, I'm going to allow y'all guys to double vote. But it's already pretty. I mean, y'all can go Sable if you want to, but I'm telling you, Sable's pretty low.
Yeah, nobody voted for mine, and mine was like a real dragon's name.
Right, So at the end of the day, I think Zelda and Naira is going to be one of the top two. So you guys just start throwing it in there in chats, and I'll go through once I sit down in a minute. I'll go through and tally it up, and we're going to see what the winner is going to be tonight because I'm over sitting here waiting.
Nice.
You need a name. You can't
We're
be named.
going to figure out the name. We're going to figure it out.
I want to close one of my rooms off at the house so I can get the lizard I really want and then just get a kimono imported.
Oh my God, you're out your mind.
Big responsibility. That's why
I want a puppy dog. I want a lizard, but I want a puppy dog lizard, I don't want something to be freaking a little too wild.
Can you imagine I just open the door and throw a goat in at feeding time?
No.
You might as well just open a zoo.
At that point, might as well be like, check out my lions and tigers.
We could just start calling you Reptile King instead of
exotic.
Man, a tree monitor, that would be awesome, though.
I've always had a fascination with them. Like every time I see them on like the animal, like geographic shows and shit, like they fascinate the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of things that fascinate me, but it doesn't mean I want to make a room and have it in my house.
But it would be cool. Can you imagine just sitting at the window watching cars go by, like
the way that you can pitch it to your loved ones is the best security system ever.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone tries to break into your house. There's just a Komodo dragon.
Oh, somebody's coming in. Let the dragon out.
Instead of unleashed a kraken, unleashed a dragon.
The criminal will sue you for getting bit by your Komodo.
They'll never believe you. Oh my goodness.
So the one thing I've been meaning to ask you, Kiko, is there one of your plants that is good for a reptile room in the summertime that would kind of help control the flies a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know that one.
Yeah, you just have to have good light. As long as you have strong lights, then you're okay.
I don't have good light here, so that's why.
Yeah, I don't know if I get down to the show, but I'm definitely thinking about maybe ordering one or two.
Yeah, just hit me up, man. I'll ship them to you. That's no problem.
And honestly, guys, the lights are cheap on Amazon. I got them in my building. The overhead lights, and they're not all that bad.
Not all that bad, he says.
And I got mine up to like the little Gobi plugs, so you put them on a timer, so they automatically come off and come on. You know, I don't have to worry about my lights in my building.
I know the flycatchers handle it, but I just think having a plant that eats them would be cool.
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
Pitcher plants, they'll work. Justin, whenever you get time, grab that spot nose boy that has that split gene in it. I want to talk about that for a second.
The other nice thing too about the carnivorous plants is if you take care of them, they are really easy to propagate. And before you know it, you'll have like an army of them, and you can put them all around the house wherever you need them.
Here you go, Kiko. That thing's been growing.
Wow, man, that thing is huge now.
Yeah.
It likes that Florida heat.
Looking good, bro.
It don't even go outside. It stays in my building.
Yeah, likes that Florida heat.
Now look at my pothos. You want to really see something that's gotten big? That pothos is like already super long. I mean, holding it up to my head, it hangs past my waist already.
Yeah, the thing got huge too.
Dude, they're loving. As I said, these lights in here, they freaking tear it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then even my little guy, look, remember how tiny this thing was? Look at this thing popping off.
Oh yeah, it's putting out new pictures too. Nice.
The other two didn't make it though. I don't know why. I did everything right, but the other two. This is the NX Brigziana.
Yep.
But the other two, the blood one, I try to keep alive. But I don't know why.
Yeah, who knows? I'll send you more.
But I did get this new plant, which is really freaking sweet. I think I showed you, Kiko.
That's one
you'll know the name, but this thing has got black stems.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. That's an alocasia. I'm pretty sure that's an alocasia of some sort.
I got that at the flea market on top of that on a good deal. You know what I'm saying?
The veins on the leaves are really nice.
Yeah, I saw the blackness and we just got the black dragon. I was like, oh, I got to get a black plant. Let's go. It's pretty cool. Hold on, kid. I'm working my way there.
Just take your time. Like, you don't got to get it right to second, just whenever.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Brave's got a question for you. What is the difference between sundew and a pitcher plant?
So that big, huge plant that Justin showed a minute ago, that's a pitcher plant. It's also called a Nepenthes or tropical pitcher plant. Those are really good for catching big bugs. They'll catch like big horseflies, wasp, hornet, big things. The sundew, it's much smaller and it's good for catching little bugs like soil mites, pantry moth, things like that. And then they look completely different. They look more like let me get one real quick. They look more like this guy.
Yeah.
And these catch a lot of bugs. All these leaves here, that's where they get stuck.
Neat. What was that called? Someone was talking one time saying that they hatch like their eggs and like moss and this certain plant. Was it a springtail? Ate all kinds of ate the bacteria.
That's something that Lance was talking about. Lance from Clemens.
Yeah.
So basically, you use springtails, and springtails, they'll eat any sort of decaying plant or animal matter. So if there's any kind of mold or fungus, the springtails will go right in there, and they'll start cleaning it up. That's why you use them in bioactive enclosures.
Neat.
Mm-hmm. It's a great
I'd like to explore that option more.
I'd never heard of it before until he mentioned it, but it makes perfect sense.
I used to sell them like crazy. Them and the roly-polies they would buy together for the bioactives when I ran the reptile shop.
Yep, the isopods. They're excellent.
What up,
Freddie?
Fancy roly-polies.
Yeah, they're all different colors, man. We would get some really cool looking ones.
I have some in my bioactive.
But there was definitely money in it. Like people would come on the day we got the shipment in and buy them out.
It just shed and ate, Ken. So I did feed it today. So I'm not gonna handle it too much, but
So
you can see it there.
I bought this as a spot nose
I
clown,
think there's one in the basket on the counter, a gray one.
and he told me that he thought it was hurricane, but came back, test was negative. And he was like, it don't look just spot nose, but I can't tell what it is. So I bought it as a spot nose clown, knowing that it had a gene in it that does something similar to trick or hurricane.
There wasn't gray one in there. Might be one in the freezer because I had one on the pizza bites, a red one, and then somebody
if you look
took it.
at a spot nose trick clown, they look similar, very similar. But if you watch the show Tuesday with Brock on it, he said that the guy, what's his name?
Yeah,
Jamie. What's that guy's name that worked trick a lot?
Come on, Santos or whatever.
Oh, Hans Wiener from Germany.
Hans.
Yeah, I think Trick is a hitchhiker from him line breeding hurricane.
Yeah, so after the Trick Blitz Hurricane stuff in Hans, no one kind of took him for granted, and everyone's just like, yeah, whatever, you're full of crap. But he's always said that he had like a hitchhiking gene that made his Trick look better. So he's thinking that is what that is, and what he originally bought as a Trick or a hurricane, a lower expression hurricane, but it's called a split gene, and we're going to be working on a lot of things with that too. It's going to a lot of females, so we're going to see some interesting stuff, I feel.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that talk crap on him that say he was just trying to rename an already named gene.
Yeah, well, I mean, whether he did the Trick Blitz, well, it's not Blitz, it's Trick and Hurricane thing on purpose. Yeah. I mean, if you talk to, like, I don't know, all of these guys that's been doing it for 20 years, I guarantee they all have tried it one time or another.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're looking at good examples, I think you can kind of like, at least on some of them, see a bit of a difference.
I mean, look at Brian Barczyk and HRA. Lori, you know what I mean? It's something that can be worked to everything, and you miss that one hole, and it matched. You know what I mean? Like it's really tricky. You got to really honestly take it to everything, like every gene out there, to say that it's 100% its own gene. I mean, unless you're going to pay the money to map it out, shed testing. But who's to say? Even if you map it out, say someone gets a gene mapped out, and then, you know, I go start mapping out smoke, and it's the same. You know what I mean? Like, who's to say that ain't a gene out there already, but they're just the one paying to have it mapped out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Genes are also really complicated, and we try to make them very, very simple as human beings.
No, like there's no rules to them. They do what they want.
Well, there are rules, but we have tried to simplify a lot of genetics when it comes to everything and how they interact with each other. At least what we currently know. You know, we've got some idea as to how they interact. But it's always changing, you know, that science is always evolving and changing. Right. So, you know, the more information, yeah. But if you also think of it in a sense, like you were just saying, hurricane, you know, it looks so different, or Trick, like there's different variations of Trick. Think of it like brown hair for human beings. Is you know, there's a lot of variation in brown hair or expression of melanin and hair color. So
right. I mean, from just being here and listening to everything, like I feel that these genes evolve from basically incest. Like that's how they're evolving. And this isn't from anything that I did. This isn't from anything anyone else did. Now I'm seeing it do it as I thought of this. But if you go back to that Dave Kaufman video he did, like there's a small like area where they worship these things. They feed these things. You know, they don't capture them.
Oh yeah,
they
the temple. Yep.
They go feed them and stuff. You know what I mean? Put mice out in the field for them and stuff, and they catch them. You know, they make sure these things don't have to travel. And I think that's why this area is known for 75% of these new genes comes from that area. And that's why, because they're keeping them there. They're not traveling. They're basically incest. And, you know, that's what's causing these mutations. Everyone's like, damn.
But yeah, I'm kind of saying, I'm like I get what you're saying, because there's breeders out here that have like a strong male, breed it or whatever, get a son that's a little bit better, and then breed it right back to its mother.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, line breeding, you're gonna mess up the. You can mess up the genes. You want my opinion? That's where you get the anomalies.
Yeah. Mutations. I mean, mutations in general are rare, and mutations, in general, ones that express themselves are genetically rare. But because as humans we have seen things in certain snakes, we start manipulating and playing with them.
Exactly.
Animals in general, like you could even see this in cats and dogs. I mean, that's the biggest one that's gone on you know, over the decades, and seeing the development of them. It's really, I mean, if you ever have a chance, take a look at
so when is the point that we're gonna say we got mutts?
Right.
Yeah.
When none of the genes can be tested for the original forms, and I don't think we're too far off that. We're already seeing that with Black Pastel, Trick, you know, other genes.
I mean, honestly, that's where it comes into play, where I think too, where they're like, oh, well, there's 5 different lines of pastel. And it's like, well, wait a minute. You understand pastel was actually one of the first genes. And of course, now there's so many lines of it because look how many people have worked that shit throughout the years and how much that gene has been reconfigured in its gene pattern. So now it's something completely in its gene. When you go test it, it's something completely different, but it's looking the same as pastel. And that's to me is like, if you think about it though, really though, would all these genes sperm off of like being reintroduced and reintroduced and reintroduced? Well, a lot of these genes that we have actually came from a pastel, a normal, and a pied. That now
that's what I was just kind of thinking about. Like when I was still in high school, it was all normal looking ball pythons.
You know, that's the way I look at it. Like you got some evolution here somehow, some way.
They morph differently. I mean, they changed the way they morph.
It's just funny how ball pythons have 200 something genes, and that's like more than any animal on this planet of Earth.
The funniest thing is I don't think that's true.
Like, I don't think it's true either.
Yeah, it's the combination of certain
reconfiguring themselves.
Yeah, and how they interact with each other, and as I would say the manipulation probably of all the inbreeding and things like that by us humans have increased that number exponentially.
Absolutely.
1,000.
Like we've only been playing with ball pythons for what, 30 years? Like maybe 35 years, maybe close to 40 or whatever. Like if you go back to the early roots, it ain't been that long. I mean, look how far we are with dogs, and we've been doing that for hundreds of years. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of hard to believe that they all came from a wolf, but yeah, that's what we're expecting.
I think the difference between the dogs and the ball pythons, with dogs being pure and line breeding, has been much more of the focus than it has been with ball pythons, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Like Joe Schmo has bought in snake 1 and snake 2 and been like, ha! babies.
Right.
Versus if with dogs, most of the time they're a species that, like, if you pair a male and a female dog, you need to be there when that is going on. You shouldn't just let it happen, because stuff can happen.
Yep.
People can get stuck and people can get broken.
Yep.
But people, I mean dogs. But where I was going with that is, I think it's been more particular with dogs. That's why we don't see necessarily 2,000 morphs of dogs. It's been more specific because the attraction of dogs was originally to use them in our society as a job, versus the attraction of snakes is artwork and not functionality, I guess.
That's where I was gonna say it's different. Like dogs also, like, they have different forms and different shapes compared to all snakes are all the same shape, all the same form. It's just you're getting different colors. So therefore, when you're like for instance, I have a French bulldog. That is technically a mutt. That is a man-made dog. We created that dog. I have an English bulldog. That is a mutt. That is a man-made dog. The English bulldog is not a natural dog. A French bulldog is not a natural dog. Those are created by putting one dog and another dog together, and then they've created and made what they call now a Frenchie, which is the same thing we kind of do with genes. Is we put one snake, another snake, and then we're like, oh, hey, we discovered a new gene. Here's this new gene. Boom. And then that's just a gene. But separate, the difference is we call it a gene, and they call it a different breed of animal. And therefore, also by mixing those and making those different breeds of dogs, they're able to reproduce. And some shit like us, if we hybridize a perm and a ball, that can reproduce. But if you do another thing like a carpet and a ball, you can't.
So a purebred versus a mutt, I think. I mean, I'm like looking up directly what the definition is right now, but I think it's more of a what AKC and the dog community has deemed it's been bred over and over again, and you've gotten those consistent standards or results, which is interesting because if you go back and look at the original like pug, they had noses. Like they had a snout. Now there is no snout on a pug. So and the breed standard has changed over the years, especially because a lot of our dogs that were originally bred for a purpose are now not bred for that purpose. They're bred for, once again, art or a visual aesthetic necessarily.
They're breeding for aesthetics.
Exactly. And I mean, that's what some dogs were originally bred for, is like, that's why our dogs have bigger eyes. I mean, one of the reasons, there's another reason too, but bigger eyes and look more puppy-like compared to their wild ancestors. One of the reasons is because humans felt those to be traits that like look familiar and loving and caring. Although I will say there's a study that was done with foxes and trying to domesticate them, that they found that the foxes that were more prone to have the less fear drive towards humans actually developed more of those puppy traits, like the genes were correlated. The look of a more dog, the shortened snout, the little, like the baby-esque or direction of dogs. And it was connected to that gene that was more domesticated.
So I heard that raccoons are evolving and they're doing the same thing.
I can believe that.
They're getting like bigger eyes and stuff because of all the human interaction that they're having. So they're starting to be more, I guess, appealing to humans.
Well, there's a whole pet industry with raccoons.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In certain states, like that's the thing, is in certain states people breed them as pets. Same with the skunks.
They sell them here. I've seen them at quite a few pet stores here in Florida, actually. And you get albino ones and regular ones.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's neighbor growing up had one, and he used to walk around the neighborhood. It was fat as shit, though. It was way overweight.
Yeah, raccoons are cute.
What are you holding? What's that?
Oh, this one's a local snake. This is a black rat snake.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look like a
Pantheropus obsoletus. They get pretty big. They're definitely one of the largest constrictors in North America. This one's just a baby. Maybe a year and a half.
I mean, I've seen some big black snakes in the woods. I mean, softball size round. I mean,
Oh, yeah, they get huge.
12, 13 feet.
I haven't seen any that big, but I've definitely seen some that are like 6 feet easy.
Oh, I've seen some huge ones in the woods. I don't know if it was like maybe some kind of hybrid that just happened, but we've seen some big snakes. I don't know how to explain it.
They're definitely one of my favorite snakes. But you always see the morphs. You don't really see the wild type. You always see like white side or moonshine or albino. You never really see the wild type ones, and the wild types are my favorite.
Come on.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I see it. A lot of differences.
Mm-hmm.
So they ain't got anyone got eggs? Like Jamie, didn't you just cut eggs?
Yes, I cut yesterday.
I hate having two Jamies on today. I was like, I didn't cut eggs. I don't know what you're talking about.
So would you hit?
That was my first clutch. Definitely a bunch of genes involved. It's a little bit hard to tell right now. 2 came out so far.
Come on.
But like I said, all the other ones could be any day, or I mean, they look big enough that they're not going to reabsorb because they're big.
All right.
So, man, you guys were talking about tree monitors earlier.
Yeah.
I got a tree monitor vendor coming to my show in June. I'm excited.
Get out.
You live too far from me.
But she doesn't have the. She doesn't have the blue one. She has the cordensis. It's the green one.
Okay. The green ones. Yep.
Mm-hmm. But
She wants to donate one to my classroom. I'm okay with that too.
Right.
Get you one, Jamie.
I don't want to get a big one. I want a monitor, but I want to
The green trees are nice size. I mean, they're not super big, but I mean, like like
3 to 4 feet.
Yeah, they're not too.
I can handle
bad.
3 to 4 feet.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Can you write any of that stuff off as educational?
Yes, but a teacher can only write $250 off, and that's really easy to spend in my classroom.
That's nothing. Yeah, that's not
That's retarded. They only let you write 250 off. Like, what the fuck? Can you give me a grade?
If I write more, I have to make sure. I mean, I've never written off any more than that because of the fact that, I don't even have to have proof of that. It's just a given.
Right.
Just because I like them big, don't mean I got to get them big. Just saying, big's a handful. I don't want a handful.
And I reached $250 super fast.
No banana. No banana. Banana too big.
So ball pythons have 36 chromosomes. We have 23. So if that gives any, I was like, maybe I shouldn't speak science.
No, man. It's crazy.
I mean, it's just going to get better and better. It'd be really cool to see what people are doing in 50 years from now, what the snakes are going to look like.
Right.
I'm sure it's going to be insane, man.
Where's it going to be in 100 years?
Right.
Are they even going to be ball pythons anymore? Are we going to breed them to where they have legs? You know what I mean? Snakes had legs at one point, they're saying.
They did. They evolved from an ancestor that had legs.
So why can't we de-evolve somehow?
It's not going to happen in 100 years.
Maybe not. I mean, with the way it is now and the way we're breeding, I don't know. evolve and de-evolve these things pretty quick.
Unless it's a random mutation.
You would have to make a chimera in a lab.
Yeah. That's a possibility, as well as, I mean, you're more likely to get these hybrids like burn balls and things like that because they're closer related. Right. You're not the chromosomes don't match up with something that's a lizard and a snake currently.
Find something that's close, and then take a syringe and poke it in the lizard egg and suck DNA out, and then put it in the
They're closer to doing a woolly mammoth with CRISPR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard you already have a woolly mammoth.
There's some tinfoil podcast discussion. I mean, so technically the dire wolves that they had born are not dire wolves. They are wolves with edited DNA to match what they have that is dire wolves. But they're
not as big as a dire wolf. They're still a little bit smaller. They're bigger than a wolf, but not quite as big as a dire wolf.
Or what we thought them to be.
But you watch Game of Thrones, dire wolves are huge.
There's dragons too. Does Game of Thrones have unicorns? Because then they're real, right?
No, I mean I've had
dragons.
It's National Unicorn Day, and I don't think unicorns should have a day because they're not real.
Yeah, woolly mammoth and Asian elephants are close, and I would say they're closer to that because they've been able to. I think it's the white rhino that basically
is straight
on now.
That's something that's almost extinct, right?
Well, there's like 2 males left, but they have a bunch of female eggs frozen. And so they're able to, or I think this last year, the San Diego Zoo out here in California was able to implant a zygote or a fertilized egg into a black rhino. And it gave birth to the white rhino,
nice.
A baby. So that's kind of genetics there, working with, taking species that are not so far back like woolly mammoth, and it's a step in that direction though. So
I don't know if you've ever heard that what James was talking about. They took a goat and somehow its milk produces the silk that spider produces, so they could produce that silk and a much greater, it could produce it faster from a little spider to a big ass goat. Now they got goats making fucking silk.
So maybe we'll have Jurassic Park in 100 years.
Oh yeah, they're already working on freaking.
That's CRISPR and Colossal.
Yeah. What is it? Didn't they successfully do it with a rhino or something right now? Like, what was it? A rhinoceros they had?
Just talking about.
I mean, Jim Carrey's a clone walking around. So I mean,
look, I have a green tea. I'm just based out.
What they know how to do, they're not showing us. They
know how to clone animals. I mean, we've got, but the problem is they tend not to last. They don't live long past their baby era currently. And when it comes to certain creatures, it gets a lot more complicated because of the structure of the DNA and how it interacts.
The one thing I was hearing was our oxygen levels. Like when these things were hatching, some of them were taking their first and second breaths and weren't even making it past that because the oxygen levels back then and compared to now are completely fucking different.
Correct. Our ecosystem is altered. And that's why they think it's more reasonable to take to basically play with the DNA like the dire wolves, where they're taking a species that is closely resembles what was back then or genetically wise, and then just altering it slightly a little bit at a time instead of the drastic alter. Because if you drastically alter, of course, then it's harder for the DNA to cope and function in this world.
So in case you didn't know, you could go Google right now and pay to have your dog or cat cloned.
That is very true. Not. It's only in certain like you can't do. I don't think in the United States, but I know overseas that is
I
a
hate to
thing.
say it, but you hear rappers talking about this shit. They got clones. You know, Kevin Gates made a song about it. They'll be searching for me, but they'll catch my clone while I'm sitting on an island. And you got these other rappers that came out and said you go to Canada and pay money in Canada and get a clone made of yourself.
There's only so much variation with genetics. Like that's why there's probably about 5 people out there that look exactly like you. Even though it is complicated.
You can do that on Google too. You can find your lookalike.
Mm-hmm.
I know I must have a familiar face because like when I was working for that air conditioning company, we'd travel up to 5 miles and I stayed in probably 500-600 cities, and at least half of them, I'd say half of them cities that we stayed in, there was always someone say, "Hey, you remind me of this person. You remind me, I've seen you before. Where are you at?" Like I've gotten it a lot. Like it's weird.
Well, and people, I mean, this is the problem that or not problem, just the situation. Because we talk about this, my students, with my 8th graders, because we study at the end of the year natural selection,
Right.
as well as evolutionary history, and with sci-fi, you know, when we say the word clone, everyone thinks that you're just making a carbon copy of yourself right next to you, or you're making you're just Xeroxing you and you're right next to you. It's not that. If we were to clone me, there would be a baby Jamie next to me that has to grow up.
like Dr. Evil's mini-me.
Yes. Yeah, well, kind of. Like, yeah, kind of. But just like with the dogs that you can get cloned, you get a puppy. You get your puppy again. So like if you had your dog and your dog's 80, you're not going to have an 80-year-old dog. You're going to have the puppy version of your 80-year-old dog, which of course environment and genetics affect growing up.
I could definitely see people doing that because we just lost a 15-year-old American Bulldog that we had since my son was 4, and it was really, really hard on the family.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. But see, like they're saying they could clone, like for instance, like the theory out there is that they cloned Jim Carrey. How did they grow a 40-year-old man and then, you know, kill him and then replace him with a clone? Did they have a way of age acceleration?
Speeding up the process, right?
They got so much secret shit somewhere that we don't know about, and like even all these animal clones, they're gonna keep screwing with it. They're gonna die after a little bit, and we're gonna have pet cemetery problems everywhere.
Well, they were already this is probably like 4 or 5 years ago, but they were already talking about in the process of transferring your like mind over to another body. So like you could literally take with the way you know or whatever it is, think or whatever they're using, and put it into another body, and it'd be fucking nutty, you know.
Like, have you ever heard of that Garth Brooks theory that's going around that he's a serial killer? That came on last night, like a documentary about it. That was nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, they're like, if you go back and look at his concert dates through the years, there is a person missing within 5 miles of like 90% of the shows he's done. It's crazy. There's thousands of them.
Either that or a serial killer has a really like his #1 fan.
But no, do you know he tried to like come out as another artist? He disguised himself and acted like this dude. I forget. Let me Google that. See if I could Google the name. But he came out as another artist and then later admitted it was him. Like, and it looks totally different.
And like, isn't there something too? Didn't that the Walt Disney guy do something like froze his body or something for when they could bring him back to life? Like when we get to technology.
Walt Disney.
Oh, cryogenics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that what they used to say? That's why they made the movie Frozen, because Walt Disney did that. He said, "Freeze me, bring me back."
Like how many times Family Guys made fun of it when they show him just like in a glass tube, just the head.
Chris Gaines Look
Oh
up
yeah, I
Chris
remember that.
Brooks.
Yep, I remember that.
That is Garth Brooks' alter ego.
Hmm.
And then it even went and said that, like, the first 500, he got his first check was $500,000. He went out and bought like a 10-acre lot that for $450,000. That was the first thing he bought. He left himself $50,000 and just bought 10 acres of land with that first bit of money. And then, like, a couple months after he did that, the murder and missing person rate picked up around Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, Garth's a
There's a
serial
lot
killer.
of shit out there on it. It's crazy. Like, I started researching and I kept finding more. I'm like, oh my God, this is turning me into an internet.
Now we got to go back to all his albums, see if there's any hidden messages, or get the record and play them backwards.
What's he gonna be like? I put her in the trunk.
And a hole.
We done drove on down that dirt road. Jesus, that'd be awful.
Yeah, I mean, check it out. It's messed up. It's crazy.
Right? She think my shotgun sexy.
Turns are on.
That is
Testicle
awesome.
pythons. We already talked about testicle pythons. That's the new name, testicle pythons.
Yep, testicle python. And don't chew on balls. That's not a good idea.
Testicle pythons. Like, it's a show thing. Like, I mean, we could take it outside the show, but
If you don't know, now you know.
yeah, now you know. They're testicle pythons.
Testicles aren't.
He's like, I just
Hey,
wanted
we
to show you
start-
all them watching.
If we started advertising them like that, we could open up a whole new market.
Right? The testicle python. Come
That's
get
right.
ours. They're not just balls, they're testicles.
And people would find their jokes to make about that too, just like I'm always touching my ball jokes on Instagram every day.
Yeah, didn't he have a song back in the day?
Yep.
Something about Papa and Mama got into a fight and Mama ran away or something like that?
Yeah, and he drove the truck through the hotel room and like went there and killed her.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It was,
It was a song about his wife stepping out of him while he was out on the road being a tractor trailer driver, and he came back and killed her.
No, she's saying the song was reversed. It was wrote like a woman killing a man.
Oh,
Go vote for Jamie. She's in second
I
place.
remember one of the songs about some truck driver killing his wife because she's stepping out.
Go vote
Well,
for me
there's
so I
two
can
of them then.
teach kids more science. We have less conspiracy theories.
Who played the Zelda? That was the Zelda tune. Who played that?
I did.
How long does the contest run for?
So it's supposed to end at the end of the month, beginning of May.
Okay.
So tonight at 9, I think
I
it
guess
is.
you're right.
Tonight at 9, it doesn't reset, but it moves. Oh, never mind. It already did. Wait, hold on. Wait, 1 second. Okay, yeah, it already did it. I was just pulling up the website. So now I'm in the top 10, and so this week till next Thursday, it will go down to 5. And then the following week it will go down to the top ones. So there's multiple groups.
Oh, there's like brackets.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so when all the top ones of all the groups are that when they all go compete against each other, all the votes go back to 0, and everyone competes. So I mean, this week it's important because the votes roll over, but the most important week is like the last week of April.
So it's only cumulative until the very last stretch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to, like, in my chats, I've been trying to put it out in the morning and the evening. And then I'm gonna come that reset week. I'm gonna be like, hey.
That and all the days where the double vote.
Usually they double vote on the Thursday that like it closed that night, and occasionally they'll throw up other days, but so far it's just been those Thursdays. I really want that Bill Nye
Hell yeah.
assembly. And hey, if I win the money, I'll get my green tree.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, that's true.
As well as the ultrasound and some other fun stuff for the classroom.
Yeah.
Come on.
We work on not middle school. We work on elementary school computer tables right now. That's what my classroom has, with the little folding pocket.
Oh,
And the folding pocket I could deal with, but the fact that the height of the table is meant for elementary schoolers,
Yeah.
it works great when they come in during 6th grade, but by the time they leave in 8th grade, it's hilarious to watch all the boys sitting like
Yeah, I'm sure.
go to like not have their knees hit the table in the chairs. So
jeez, looks like a giant sitting at a tiny table.
yep. Yeah, because some of the boys like whew, in 8th grade. I tell them all the time. They come in as roly polies and leave as trees.
They're starting to worry about that futang at that age.
Yeah.
They don't care about that. They don't care about no teacher.
I try not to think about that. Most of my students, I will say, are pretty innocent at this school.
You might just be in that right area, but I know, like.
No, I remember some of my other middle schools.
The first time I actually heard, like, my youngest daughter's conversation with her other 5th grade friends when she was in 5th grade, and the way they was talking, I was like, "Oh hell no, you ain't cheerleading no more. This is done. Like, no more."
So I tell my daughter, no date until after you're married. How does that work?
No,
It don't work.
You have to tell them that the delay is inevitable. And that's what my middle daughter don't understand, because I told her she was never allowed to date. When you're allowed to date, when you move out, you're not allowed to date. When you're under my roof, you can't date. And what was I doing? I was just saying that to the delay is inevitable. She eventually got a boyfriend, and I met him, and he ran from me. It was funny as hell. I laughed.
Oh, they'll definitely be scared of me. They won't be happy to meet me.
You just come out with your monitor under your arm, petting.
Oh hell yeah! I am into a shit show.
Snake in the other monitor, and like
pistol hanging out my drawers. Like, hey man.
Then I heard my daddy call for mama down the hall, and I heard the bottle break across a bedroom wall. The diesel engine made an eerie sound, and when he fired it up, he hit it in the town.
That's the exact song I was talking about, Nick.
Well, the paper and the picture show the scene real well. My papa drove a Chevy in the local motel. The desk clerk said she saw it all real clear, and he never hit for brakes. No, he was shifting gears.
Dang.
They don't make country songs like that no more.
No.
What's your take on the Garth Brooks theory?
I watched that documentary that he was talking about, and it's pretty freaking crazy. But crazy. I don't think he's got the balls.
No, I don't think Garth is like that.
Garth Brooks is all Christian and shit. He ain't about that life.
Yeah, that's what he wants you to think.
I mean, but I will say that documentary is pretty crazy. I recommend, if you like conspiracy theories, it's up there. It's really, they make you believe it, bro.
He said he's a real Christian. That don't mean, you know how many preachers have done some pretty.
Let's think about the Catholic Church for a second, okay? Yeah. All the crazy shit they've done.
Yeah.
History.
Brand himself as some pop star, dude. Like, I mean,
the Chris Gaines shit, though. The Chris Gaines shit. Everybody knew that was him. It wasn't a secret.
Yeah, that was a publicity stunt. That was way back in the day.
That was a publicity stunt, like he said, because he was losing interest in the media. Yep. Nobody gave a fuck about him, so he had to do that. He did that
concert in Yankee Stadium and sold it out.
But everybody knew. I mean, I remember watching the damn Country Channel and like different award shows and stuff, and he'd be there dressed up, and Even the interviewer would be like calling him Garth. I mean, it was a joke. Everybody knew it. It wasn't.
Yeah.
So the whole thing with them saying that was his, you know, he was doing it because he lost his mind and he went crazy and all that shit's I don't believe that. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
People are
They're just trying to make it look like that because of the rest of the conspiracy.
Yeah.
But it was like 20 years later that the conspiracy came out. Like that happened way back in the day. This conspiracy's like maybe 2 or 3 years old.
Oh, it's older than that. I remember watching that documentary a few years ago at least. Like, it's been that shit's been out for a while.
Think about somebody whose job it is to like produce conspiracies, just like Wiz and Will. Like every week they got to think of the next thing they're going to talk about, so they go get information on it.
The thing about conspiracy theories, it's based off of an ounce of truth always.
Yeah.
So like the whole Garth Brooks conspiracy, right? The ounce of truth there is that somebody went missing within so many distance of each show he was at. That's an ounce of truth, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he fucking did it.
Yeah.
That's like saying, yeah, we built a rocket, but that don't necessarily mean that we went to the moon, bro. You know what I mean? Like there's all these there's ounces of truth from all conspiracy.
Yeah, the fucking landing on the moon's conspiracy. That's a good one.
I'm just saying, right? There's an ounce of truth in everything. And the thing that Jamie was saying about cloning, I agree, because people really do think that you just pop up one day and you have a clone that's 37 years old and has a beard and looks just like me. It ain't like that. Like it ain't. And so all these people that are saying, well, hear me out. All these rappers, all these freaking people that are like, well, I've been cloned. There's no way unless you were cloned as a baby. Right. And I doubt very seriously that happened because they would have to grow up and live how they would have to be the exact same age as that person to pull that off. So you have to think they would have to have been cloned as a baby. And that's just not logically possible, dude. No. I mean, I'm sure Kevin Gates growing up in the fucking projects they can't use their fucking money to do that. Like
rich always.
So you would have to build a time machine first.
Now, yeah, you could do. I mean, yeah, but there's no. Have you seen the thing about time travel? I'm sure you have, where they move the pencil or the paper clip or whatever it is. It's an inanimate object, bro. You can't diffuse molecules and regenerate them like that.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you do that, your fucking molecules of your body are just going to be floating. There's no way to fucking contain.
Back to your birth date, you know what I mean? Like the brand new baby, you have it planned out. You take it back to their original birth date, and you raise them in secrecy, to mock you.
That's ridiculous. But doesn't that sound? You're like I feel like you're just saying words.
If you hit the right timeline too, I mean, because there's all that too.
It would have to be the perfect storm, right? Like you're like, in this hypothetical of a hypothetical of a hypothetical. What if?
So if I ran into a genie out there and I rubbed his lantern and he just come popping right on out of it, and I got these 3 days.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's basically
you could have a unicorn.
I think unicorns are real.
My favorite case, one of my favorite things is when paleontologists look at dinosaur bones and we predicted what dinosaurs look like based off of their bones, give or take, and fossils that have been left over. But then you give them a modern skull, and they can't like draw the pug. They draw
because paleontology is billions of years ago, so it's like they already know. Oh, it's going to be this time period, so they just say some shit, right? They don't know. How do you even carbon date something millions and fucking years ago? Let's just say 100 million years ago. They go beyond that now, bro. They go back. They have fucking carbon dating supposedly that goes back to the fucking Big Bang. And it's like, no, you don't. There's no fucking way because you have nothing to compare it to. Carbon dating is comparison shit too. So it's like, how do you even know? How do you even know that?
You think wood?
They test the amount of carbon that's in it. Like less amount of carbon in it.
Yeah, but how do they know that number? Where do they get these fucking numbers? They're like, oh, this carbon dating is 2 billion years ago. Like, what the fuck? How do you even know that?
Is that a fucking monkey? Excuse
Oh,
my
no.
language. I thought that was a monkey for a second. I was like,
No,
no
it's a
way.
chihuahua.
I want to hear what Jamie has to say, because she's a science teacher and she knows this shit. So I want to know, how do they know that? Where do they pull this number? What lucky rabbit hat do they have to pull a fucking number of 2 billion years BC or some shit?
Got rings on the bone. You know,
Man, I'm talking about just like carbon dating fucking like dirt and shit. Like they'll carbon date a fossil that's imprinted into a rock and be like, oh, this is 200 billion years ago. And it's like, I don't understand that. I think it's a joke.
So it's like most science, it's usually, oh God, don't blow my face up. Put me back.
Science time with Jamie.
So like most science, it's a comparison, and it's been tested multiple times and agreed upon by many people. That's usually what makes that's the difference between,
What up, Carl?
I don't want to say the word, whatever, faith and science. Really, it's been tested multiple times by various people, and we've all agreed that there's a consistency with it.
So we've agreed on it. That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's a consensus thing
with test and proof that there is that existence. So that's just a general.
Well, you know, and science, correct me if I'm wrong, is ever changing.
Correct.
So science is like every day it's changing.
It can be
because we find out more.
Yeah, find out more. We get more tools that can see and do things that weren't able to be there. Science fishes love endless shrimp.
I guess what I'm saying is what are they comparing this to get that information? Because to know that something is 2 million years old, you would have, or let's not say million, because I don't want to, because I can see that they can get that information. Let's say billions of years, because they do carbon date billions of years in the past. And I mean, don't you have to have something to compare that to? And how would you even know that that is 2 billion years old?
There has to be some kind of formula that, like, says the amount of carbon, and 100,000 years ago is this. The amount of carbon at 200,000 years ago is this. And then this level's at 1 million. So they have like a specter of what they have. And then they measure this. And if it's like half as much as it is here, they could say, all right, we know this is 1 million. So this has to be 2 million.
So it's all deductive logic.
Yeah, it's logic.
So
do
you understand how carbon dating works, first of all?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I pretty much get how it works, but I don't at the same time.
So carbon is in all living things.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a decay rate. While the things are alive, it's constantly in balance, the decay rate of the carbon within that thing. Okay. So when something passes, what they're doing is they're comparing that ratio of the decayed carbon to the stable carbon. When something dies, it doesn't stay in that balance anymore, and it just decays. So the reason we know things that have been really, really old is we are comparing them to things today, just like I think Justin said, is that it's kind of working backwards. We know that the most recent things are going to have closer to this balance that have passed away.
But
and
you said it's a consensus thing, so it's basically
All
it is science, but at the same time, it's just a bunch of fucking eggheads agreeing upon something. It's not really. There's no real logic behind it. It's to an extent.
It's a test.
Yeah, there's a test. There's a formula. It's calculated. But at the end of the day, if all these people don't agree on it, that test means shit.
Well, what I'm saying is there's multiple people testing in various
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, for sure.
areas, and the science, the actual carbon dating is what they agreed on how that process is done, not whether something's a billion years or not.
Well, you're a science teacher. I have a question for you. I know you've been answering this question for a minute. What do you think of? I've heard about people, and we're talking about conspiracy theories. I don't know why. I don't know how they got brought up, but anyway, I think I've heard, and I kind of believe it. I think, you know, the same with like Big Pharma and all these other kind of people. But like, I feel like there's, and I've heard this, that there's like a group, an inside group of scientists, of the top scientists of the world, right? And they all work off each other in a sense. They don't really want to go against each other. So they'll agree with shit because this guy said it, because he's one of the top scientists in the world. I guess because maybe I think I've heard that they don't really want to put the time and effort, and they don't have the money to put into trying to prove it wrong. So they just agree with it, blindly agree, just because they're their not friend, but you know, they're up there in IQ. You know, there's a select few, you know what I'm talking about. There's millions of scientists in the world, but there's only probably like 100 or something fucking real change the world type shit scientists. And there's a lot of shit that they do that they can't even talk about because of who's over them, right? But they're all in this big group together, but they don't want to disagree with each other. Does that make sense? Have you ever heard of anything conspiracy like that? Like, so we don't, and I guess the point of it is we don't really know. Science it's just like faith at the end of the day. But you brought up faith. That's just like that, because basically we're believing what someone else is telling us, right? It's just like anything else. Like, I believe Einstein figured out the black hole shit, and you know, like, I believe that he did all this shit, right? But like, I don't fucking understand it, and most people don't understand it, like carbon dating. Most people don't understand the real, like me included, the logistics that go into saying that something is 200 billion years old. We just have to go based on faith that these people are telling us the truth, right? Because we were told by scientists forever that there was no life on Mars, when they knew that there was life on Mars, but they just didn't say it. They didn't want to disprove somebody else, or, you know, whatever.
So that's half of it.
Find intelligent life here on Earth.
So,
well, that's a whole nother topic. But what I'm saying is, it's like, do you think that?
Well, there's a narrative that they have to stick to that's been thought. There's a narrative that, like, okay, we're not going to try to disprove this outside of this, because even if we do prove it, we don't want the public to know that. There's only so much information that they're allowing us to know. I think they know way more, but they're not telling us the whole story. There's a narrative that they have to stick in.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you tell your children everything?
Yes.
For the most part, I try not to hide everything, but you know, there are some things I hide. Yeah.
So let me first state the difference between science and faith is that science has had testable, not testicle, testable.
Proven.
Yeah, it's been proven with it's been tested, and there's evidence that it has been proven that it has existed by multiple sources, not by one, not by two,
I agree.
by multiple. And there's physical hard evidence. As for the stance of like there's some group of scientists, yeah, that's our government. We have government agencies, and you can't just let everything out because.
Well, I get that. Yeah, I mean, I totally understand that. It would be
like
anarchy.
RTI who say this is one gene, and then they have to.
Well, it would be anarchy. It would at the end of the day.
And so I think there is, but I also will say too that I think our general public is not necessarily interested in the nitty gritty and all the scientists.
That's true.
As a person who is into science, I know ton of scientists that are not well named or well known because of the fact that our society doesn't care. They care more about the Kardashians and car
You're
crashes.
totally right about that, because like we were talking about Einstein a minute ago, back then when Einstein was doing his thing, he was the talk of the town because he was so smart. Yeah, he really was. People really talked about him. They either thought he was really smart or he was fucking insane.
Yeah.
But they were talking about him, and he was the topic of discussion, when and like you're saying now, all people care about is drama, the Chrisleys or Kim Kardashian or whatever, so it's,
and so with that being said, there is a lot of science that's going on, and a lot of times with new ideas, it usually takes money for it to be pushed out there. It also takes the loudest screamer, and even that's in our history. Being a science teacher, majority of the people we know, Einstein, Newton,
Musk, Elon's scientist
are the people that
as
shout
much as
the
I hate to
loudest.
say it, Elon Musk, he's a fucking brilliant ass dude.
They either shouted the loudest or got lucky. I mean, like a lot of people, I can name a lot of
You probably have their posters on your wall, don't you? You're like that science girl, like, oh, look at them.
What I
look at-
do, well, what I do is on my daily slides that I put up, depending on whatever that history month is, I focus on scientists that relate to that history month.
That's cool. It would have been cool as hell to have you as a science teacher, by the way, because
I
you're.
try to throw those up, and then Black History Month, I try to throw up scientists who are African Americans. Asian History Month, same thing. Like just trying to expose our kids to
George Washington Carver. He created peanut butter.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did a lot more than that.
Yes, he did.
But he created peanut butter. So you, as a science teacher, basically a scientific person, do you believe in aliens?
Of course, she believes in aliens.
I believe. Is it possible? Yes. Is it probable?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think there's any aliens in our own solar system.
You don't think there's aliens on this planet right now?
We're at war with aliens right now in the skies above us, and you don't even know.
I don't think we're at war with them, but I do believe there's aliens that live below us, and there's aliens that live in the sea. There's 2 or 3 different kind of races.
I just think it's highly improbable that we're the only intelligent life in existence. I'm not. I'm like Jamie. I think they're probably maybe not in our solar system, but they could be one day. And there's definitely has to be life of some kind. Maybe it's not aliens, but there's wiggly little fucking bacteria somewhere moving.
Well, they found that. They've found bacteria. Yeah, aliens, no. Life, yes. There's a possibility of that in a couple of places, or was.
Say they evolved like us. They can evolve totally different,
Did y'all see the Blue Beam project?
Yeah.
Did y'all see that shit where it's like they're like creating false alien warfare, or like they're gonna put like holograms?
Yeah.
The roofs blue and stuff.
So we could look like the heroes of the world to create peace.
And they kind of say that's kind of what happened in California over all these fires I just had, because they already have plans on building a smart city over there in California. And if you look at a lot of the plans where a lot of shit burnt down was where those plans were.
I just watched that today, Justin. Did you see the one where there was them blue umbrellas? And there's some shit, and they didn't burn, but everything around it was torched. But those blue fucking plastic vinyl umbrellas. I think that was California. It was somewhere. I just watched it.
In California?
Yeah, well, if
Jamie's in California,
yeah.
She's sitting there saying that shit was real, bro.
They were actually blue mailboxes, and they were used as markers.
Damn.
So I would say, did any blue trash cans burn or any blue mailboxes burn in Cali? Y'all's blue trash cans, were they melting, or were they left out in the streets and all these houses were burnt down?
Are you who are you talking to?
The Californian.
Me?
The Californian.
I didn't know I'm the only one in here. I just got quiet because I was done talking over. I am an hour away from that whole area up in LA, North LA. I mean, fires are a natural occurrence here. I don't know. I mean, like I laugh because we don't have fall, we have fire season. We've got winter, spring, summer, and fire season. I don't know. I don't know, and I haven't looked into it enough. I mean, there's probably things where things could have been done. I don't think it was deliberate. Yeah.
Well, it's a natural thing, like you said. It happens there every
It
year.
is, but I mean, I think there's probably things that could have been done that probably didn't happen for one reason or another to help put it out faster or whatever you want to throw in there. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
my buddy, he lives in LA, like where the fire was real bad. He has a studio out there. He records music. His name's Joseph, and all of his everything burned. He had to evacuate, but like he came back to nothing, bro. And like, yeah, it was like, so I mean, it's definitely real. But he was even talking about like they could have did some shit. Like it could have been different. You know what I mean? Like they have resources. Because it happens every year. They know stuff. Fires are going to happen in California. So, I mean, you would think they would.
Yeah, they happen every year. Some of the things that I think were the difficulties was it was in an area. It was a very, densely populated area that normally doesn't get the fires. Like, does that make sense? Like,
That's true. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, he did say it never has fires there.
Yeah, because you're talking about the Palisades and like the
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, they are. They're trying to build a smart city out there and have it done by 2028 for the 2028 Olympics.
Yeah,
I've heard that conspiracy that they burnt LA for that.
All the blueprint plans where a lot of these big multi-million-dollar homes burned down. These plans were right there where these houses are. And those houses are now gone. And then the city people went in trying to buy them up off the rich people and said, hey, we'll buy your lot now, you know. And of course, that happened to be a big fucking, people are getting pissed off over that. Who is that? Somebody went over there, Oprah tried to go there or something and buy a bunch of people's shit. And they're like,
sounds right. Sounds like something Oprah fucking would do.
That woman,
it could be the government too. It could be like BlackRock buying all that real estate.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey Nick,
that woman is evil.
What?
How are your eggs doing?
They're doing all right. I got one that I had to put some foot powder on, but
they're looking good.
I know.
Yeah.
When are you gonna? When do they?
Look, she's like, don't use foot powder.
Why not? Why not use foot powder? It works.
She's either saying that or she's losing service or something happened.
So how?
I definitely used foot powder on this last clutch. It was scaring me.
I mean, you don't put a lot. I just put it on a little Q-tip and rub it.
Yep, she froze. I use a toothbrush.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I mean, not a toothpick, not a fucking toothpick, a Q-tip.
I'm back. That's my cue that I probably should get off and go eat dinner.
It's the universe, man. It's the fucking
enjoy your dinner.
It's the aliens and the unicorns.
And your clone. It's your clone riding a unicorn, battling aliens above your Wi-Fi connection.
Getting ready to start fires.
That's it. Yeah.
Watch out for Garth Brooks.
Yeah, for real.
I will. Luckily, I'm not a
alter ego,
so I think I'll be okay.
Don't drink any drinks that he gives you.
Oh, I don't take drinks from strangers. I just give them.
Good.
If Garth Brooks gave me a drink, I would take that shit.
He said I'd take that shit.
And they called the thing rodeo.
All right, bye. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
See you, Jamie. Go vote for Jamie.
Yeah.
Do it.
It's the Bronx, the blood, the steers, the mud, the roar of the Sunday crowd. Y'all don't know that? It's the wine in his knuckles, the gold in his buckle. He'll win if the next go round. Justin probably knows. He probably knows that old rodeo.
My dad listened to it, so I know of the song.
I still bump that shit. I'll be riding through town bumping rodeo.
Anybody got any shows coming up? Anybody doing any vending soon?
No, I'm hopefully when I get to Georgia, that'll open up a floodgate for me.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a big circuit there.
There's a lot of shows.
Drop in another 2 or 3 months, hopefully.
All right.
Well, Georgia always has a bunch of shows. You know, it's like probably not as many as Florida. Florida has a fucking show every weekend somewhere in Florida.
Justin, didn't you have a show like a week or two ago?
Yeah.
I didn't have one. I went to one.
Oh, you went to one? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were vending at that.
I might have a chance to in August. Was it Josh and Sarah got a table, but they said they have a show the next weekend, and they're like, if I want to maybe use it, but they're still not sure yet, so I'm waiting to hear back from them. But I don't know if I can even do it then either, because I'm waiting on clutches and stuff.
Yeah, I heard.
I don't want to blow up my car and do all that. I'm a simple man.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I like doing shows. You know me. I like it. I like the interaction, and I don't know. I get excited. I like to talk to everybody and fuck off. It's fun for me. But I'll tell you what, if you book me for a show, if I get a table at your show and you don't serve beer there, don't come look at my cooler because you might not like what you find because there's going to be alcohol in my cooler. I think, well, Lace Balls, she won the damn 15 Minutes of Lame, right? You know?
Yeah.
And she said that she was going to do a petition thing to have alcohol allowed at every reptile show. And Lace, if you're watching this, I haven't seen it. It needs to go into legislation, okay? This is why we voted for you.
No, if you come to my show, it's mandatory you get something.
Yours is at a brewery, Kiko. Yours is the coolest show around, dude.
You ain't playing around.
Oh, and the vendors at my show, they get a discount as a tap room.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, that's messed up because somebody like me, I would be drunk showing my ass probably. You'd have to kick me out.
You don't buy this fucking snake.
Buy this fucking worm, you cock smoke.
You get all the customers, they get that liquid courage. They weren't thinking about getting a snake, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, I can get that.
Yeah.
Now they're taking.
It could be a good thing or a bad thing, though.
Because Nick got them hammered, getting them shots.
Yeah,
no, I'll never sell you a snake while you're under the influence. It's like a tattoo. Okay, so I will sell it to you under the influence. I'm gonna rephrase that. I'm not gonna get you drunk to buy the snake, right? If you come up drunk and you want to buy the snake, that's on you, bro. But
I'll buy you a shot for every snake that you buy.
No, I'm not doing that. I'll tell them they can buy me a shot for every snake they buy.
There you go.
I just add an extra $5 to the total.
Do a shot with them. You know what I mean? We'll do
Well,
a shot.
I'll drink a beer with them for sure or whatever. But I don't think it's right. You know, I don't think it's right for people to buy animals wasted. Just like getting a tattoo, I don't think it's right to do it. But I mean, you know, it's America. You know, God bless America. You do whatever you want. You got free will, bro. But I don't recommend getting wasted going to a reptile show.
We don't get a lot of people
wasted
at my show, but there's definitely a lot of tipsy people.
Well, let me rephrase that, Justin. Go to the show drunk as a skunk. I do. But don't go drunk as a skunk with a wad of money in your pocket wanting to buy something that you're going to regret when you're sober. Well, because you could go and get something crazy that you don't even need or have the place for it, and then
end up with a
I'd be like
rattlesnake.
me waking up with like a tarantula in my hand or some shit.
Yeah. See, something like that. Then you got this big ass bird eater, and you don't even want it.
Rattlesnake around your neck or something.
There ain't no fucking way.
How's your versicolor doing?
I mean, it's all right, I guess. It's not really getting that any bigger.
But it's eating and pooping.
I mean, it's getting bigger, but it's super slow, dude. Like,
but it's eating. It's eating.
It's eating. Yeah. I've only seen that one molt though. The whole time I've had it, and I told Ari about it, but like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing everything the same, and it's eating. It's drinking water. I fill the water up with fresh, clean, purified water. I buy freaking water just for shit like that, and so I know it's getting that. Maybe there's molts down in the bottom and I just don't see it. But
it could be. It could be. As long as it's
Maybe
eating, it's growing.
Hit 'em.
It's definitely gotten a little bigger. I mean, I could tell the other day, but it's very, very slow. I thought it would be way faster.
Are you going to be ready for your next one soon?
No, I mean, I'm not a tarantula. That was like a fucking. That was a way for me to kind of be tolerable of it, but at the same time, I'll learn about it.
We'll get you another 1,000K, man.
Well, if that happens, we'll see what happens. But I'm not going under them. I'm not putting it out there that I'm getting another tarantula because I don't. It's not fun to me.
They're not for you.
I don't want to sound mean to tarantula people. Like, look, y'all, I don't need no tarantula comments, hate comments. But I'm saying, like, I don't find the appeal in it.
Hates the tarantula community.
But it's okay because it wasn't really for you, right? It's for your daughter.
It's for my daughter. My daughter likes it, but even then, she don't really. I mean, it's not like a. You know what I mean? It's like we're not just going to sit around and watch our tarantula. It doesn't do shit. It doesn't literally do anything.
Right.
It's not like the videos you see where the tarantula is coming out and grabbing the food and doing all this crazy shit. It don't even do none of that, bro. It runs from the food.
Once it gets to be a good size, it'll be a beautiful display animal.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it looks cool. Yeah, it definitely is blue as fuck.
Because you can get a nice, like, tall arboreal cage for it. Maybe even put some plants in it.
How long does it take to get big?
I gotta make a phone call. Hold on.
How long does it take for it to get big, though? I don't want to wait fucking forever.
I would say, if I had to make a guess, and I'm no tarantula expert, although I've kept them for many years, I would guess I'd probably reach its mature size in maybe 3 years. 3 to 4 years.
Okay. I guess that's not too bad.
With that specific one that you bought, the cool thing about it is during that time where from the sling to its mature age, you'll be able to see it change colors. It'll go through a massive color change because right now blue.
It's real turquoise still now.
Right. It's going to change when it gets mature. Like mine, it looks completely different now that it's mature. It's got like a green carapace. It's got like purple, violet hairs on the legs. It's really cool.
Do you hold it?
Not the avicularia, but I do hold some of my other tarantulas.
Like, what do? You just sit there and hold it like this? Like, cool. This is cool for me.
I'll go grab one. I'll see if it's I
mean, because I just don't see the appeal in it. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just like, I don't. To me, it's like
drop it in your shirt, see if it latches on your nipple.
A plant to me is more exciting than watching a tarantula. Like,
he's about to grab.
And they're do what, Justin?
So he's about to grab this damn thing.
He ain't playing, is he? He's like, fuck it. I'm glad he is, because I mean, I don't really ever see people just playing with their tarantulas. Does Alex get hers out and play with them and shit?
They're definitely not for everybody.
I buy things that eat bugs.
Yeah, I would just think they'd be cool at like feeding time.
That's how I put it. I buy things that eat bugs.
I mean, when I had it, when it was this big, when they sent it to me and it was crawling on my hand, I didn't like it. Like, everybody's like, it ain't that bad. And I'm, really big compared to this little bitty spider. And I'm just like, first of all, I'm scared of spiders. I'm just going to be real. Like, the only spider I can tolerate is 2 spiders. It's a granddaddy long leg and a fucking jumping spider that's in my windowsill or something. I can tolerate it. It's whatever to me. But if I see it and I try to get it and I can't get it, I don't let it worry me. But like, I don't like creepy, crawly, fucking hairy spiders. And
if I'm in the woods and a jumping spider jumps on me, bro, I smash that.
we went through an epidemic up here for a couple years with them violin spiders biting everybody.
Well, Justin, you're like me, and a lot of people have them banana spiders that are like this big, bro.
Oh, hell to no, bro.
And you'll be riding your 4-wheeler in the woods or something, or a bicycle or something, and they had that web stretched across a tree break, and you'd run. I can't tell you how many times I've been on a dirt bike or a 4-wheeler and had a fucking big old banana spider get on my neck or get on right on my face.
Hell to no.
Blow him up. Woo wee. That's giving me itchy feelings in my neck, dude.
Jesus, Kiko, that is crazy talk right there, bud.
Kiko's got
big fangs on that thing.
This is a New World tarantula. This is Brachypelma amelia. She's pretty friendly. But not all of my spiders are nice, so I don't hold all of them. But she's an exception.
He says she's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Friendly.
Y'all watch TV together and stuff.
You can tell right away if they're in a good mood or not. What you do is you get like a paintbrush or a pencil and you stroke their back legs or their abdomen here. And if you see them start kicking hairs, obviously you know they're not in a good mood. But if they just move a little bit slowly, you can ease them onto your hand.
Yeah, you're doing a great job of it for everybody.
Awesome
I applaud your big testicles right now.
Yeah, there ain't no way in hell I would ever be doing what you're
It's
doing.
because I keep testicle pythons.
Yeah, he has testicle pythons.
I'm with Justin. There ain't no fucking way, bro.
Does Alex handle her tarantula?
Yeah, she does. I can't be in the room. I gotta be out of the room.
I wouldn't even put one in my snake room in a tub ever.
There's a lot of circumstances with that situation.
Yeah.
It's a circumstance.
I got a lot of weird stuff, so.
Well, I mean, it's not weird in a sense. It's just one of them. To me, I got over the scared factor. It's just the fact that it really doesn't do anything. I mean, it just.
I have moved babies, but those don't like it's a baby. Like at the end of the day, it's like all right. Like I look at some of these big ones. She's got them fangs on them things are like freaking pencil tips, bro. Like there ain't no way in hell I'm putting that in my hand.
Dude, my old bird eater, Therapus the freaking fangs on it, they were like roofing nails.
Yeah,
like, even if it gave you a dry bite with no venom, dude, just the mechanical damage, it would be nasty.
Oh, I bet it would bruise you the fuck up, dude.
Oh, it'll poke holes in you, man. It'll put 2 holes in you.
That would give me nightmares.
Yep.
I would not sleep for weeks.
Wouldn't even be allowed in my reptile room in a tub.
Yeah,
I think so, and I'm not that scared of them. Everyone in the household is, so I can't.
I think I would rather take a bite from that crocodile monitor we seen the other day than a fucking spider like that.
Honestly,
I'd rather let my boa bite me.
So the worst bite I ever took out of all the animals I've cared for was a macaw.
Oh yeah, that's all thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I heard that.
I watched
a
kid lose his finger over a macaw.
It wasn't one of my macaws. It was a macaw that I was working at the pet store that I was employed at the time.
Don't take your finger off.
Oh, it hurt like hell, man.
Out of all the animals I've ever kept, the worst bite out of all of them was a cat, bro. That's why I fucking hate cats.
Really, cat? Wow.
Dude, if you get a mean, big enough, like I'm talking about one of them big, fucking fluffy, gray, something big ass fucking cats, bro. Have you ever seen a cat's fangs in its skull?
Like a tomcat.
Yeah, like a big fucking cat, you know, like the big hairy bastards that are on the Fancy Feast commercials, you know, the big fucking fluffy faces. Dude, them teeth on them motherfuckers, bro, are like tigers, and like they're so sharp, and they have so much fucking pressure. Like I've been bitten by a bunch of badass dogs, like Rottweilers, Mastiffs, big mean motherfuckers, and I'd take a bite from them than a fucking cat any day, because a cat, like, their fangs are, the top and bottom fangs are like razors. Like a dog's teeth or any other kind of tooth is not really sharp like a fucking razor blade point, you know, but like a cat, dude, when it latches you, it does not fucking let go. It's like a pit bull. Like it'll fucking, if it bit me right on the back of my calf. One of my ex-girlfriends, when I was like, I think I was like 18, just living with a girl, you know, a girlfriend. She had a cat named Zombie. And I was like, I thought that was the stupidest name. It was a fucking black cat. And that thing would run up every time I'd go to piss in the middle of the night. It would try to run up my leg, and I slept in my underwear. So like its claws never got trimmed. Dude, it would claw. I always had claw marks on my leg. And one day I went in there and did like this, and I was pissing, and it tried to get on my leg, and I went to kick it, you know, and it fucking bit the shit out of me. I woke everybody in that house up, dude. Like, it hurt so bad. It didn't let go.
Didn't let go. So like everyone had the dog in the neighborhood that was mean. Like what type of dog was your neighborhood dog? Mine was an Akita. No one would go around that Akita. It'll tear you up.
Chow.
I was gonna say mine was our dog. It was a chow, a purple.
Yeah, big badass chow. Everybody was petrified of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
My grandfather
People that lived in his house were scared of him.
So we had a dog like that in my neighborhood. It was a Pomeranian.
That's kind of lame.
No matter whatever it was, it would chase it.
My grandfather,
Person, other dog, truck, car, whatever.
What color was it? A black chow?
All black.
When we first stayed with them, it would fight me every day.
Motherfucker, bro.
They always have the purple mouths, like purple tones and shit.
He looked derived. I hated that dog. He hated
They're
me.
mean,
He
dude.
reminded me of the dog from Cujo. Like he was that mean.
Chows are probably, out of all the dogs I've ever had, I've had a lot of dogs in my life, dude. A lot of different breeds. And that is one of the meanest dogs. Like, just naturally mean, dude. Like, the pizza guy wouldn't even get out of his fucking car at my house. Like, it was crazy. Like,
But this one in my neighborhood, if the dad was at work, the rest of the family couldn't handle this dog. Like it didn't listen to him.
Oh
I
yeah.
was saying, my grandfather would go out of town, and we would keep it in a kit because he had a bunch of kennel dogs. Like he did a bunch of freaking hog running and stuff. So he would keep it in the kennel. And my grandma, that was the one that my grandma couldn't even open the cage and feed him. She would just take the scoop of food and throw that shit through the fence, and then she would and the water bowl, bro. She would go to take the water hose and put the water hose through the fence and fill his water bowl up, and he'd take that water hose from her, start snatching it and ripping it.
Jesus, dude.
Oh, dude, fucking eat it. Only
It's like
person
feeding a dinosaur.
my grandfather. The only person that could get around him was my grandfather. And he was
That's pretty crazy, though. That's kind of dangerous. Seriously, like,
he was derived. That dog was derived.
That's sick.
This woman owned a dog, and she was like in her 40s, and she was a single woman. Like, and all of us, used to talk about her because she was pretty good looking. But like the one guy's uncle, I guess, inside the house, and they was doing something. And that dog broke the door down and heard her moaning. Boy, he jumped off the roof. He got
oh man,
his ass tore up.
Jesus, not a good time.
Well, I look at my shepherd's mouth, and I'm like, bro, if that dog bit, like if my Dutch shepherd, he'll have his mouth open or he'll be biting me, and I'm like, if this motherfucker grabbed a hold of me, he would fuck me up, bro. Like dog teeth are something intense.
They're big.
Yeah.
Like bigger the dog, like their teeth are like this.
What have they been doing to like I've seen that recently. Like I think it was actually the Dutch Shepherds and some of the
Malinois,
or it might have been the Malinois, but they're doing the titanium teeth on them.
They do. They've been doing that. They've been doing that since like the World War II.
Titanium grill.
They do it for service dogs and training working dogs because their teeth will get ripped out.
Yeah.
If they don't have the cap on it, their teeth will get ripped out by the gloves, or it's for like vigorously trained dogs that like if you look back in like old German and Russian military dogs, they all had fucking like metal grills and shit. Like a lot of them would get knocked out because dogs like Malinois and Dutch Shepherds and like military type dogs and police dogs and shit, they don't give a fuck about their own life, their mission in their life. There's videos I've seen. That's why I wanted the dog I got, because that dog right there, if he's trained right and you tell him to get that motherfucker, that dude could jump off of a building. He could jump off of a bridge and that dog is jumping after his ass, and it will have his ass before they hit the ground, because that is all those dogs are known to do. So when they tell them to do something in the field, they'll bite down on that motherfucker, and they could be biting down on metal, concrete, whatever is there, and that person is right there. You get what I'm saying? Like if they're getting in a car and that dog, I've seen them dogs bust through fucking windows and houses after people, like bust through a window and be bleeding with glass all in them, and then they go to the vet and they get stitched up and shit and go back to work. Like their work and their teeth are the main thing, right? So they'll put them grills on them so they don't get busted. But usually If you see a dog with a complete grill, not just the caps on his canines, like his top and lowers, then he ain't got no fucking teeth because he's a bad motherfucker, bro. Like that's a dog you do not want to fucking fuck with. Like he will kill you.
That's fucking wild. All right, guys, I'm getting off here. You guys have a good night.
Yeah, I ain't falling. I got a Subway sandwich in there.
11:13 for me already.
I was late. I know. I'm sorry. I had a late call at work, so.
Nick screwed everything up.
Well, everybody, Kiko, Ken, Nick, Jamie, y'all have a good night. And everybody in the chats, thank you guys for coming out. Like always, I'm out of here. Peace.
Later, Justin.
Everyone in chat, thank y'all for showing up. We love you. Anyone else got anything to say?
I got Daffy's Reptiles Saturday on the Sipping with Serpent show.
Yeah.
And everybody needs to follow him on Instagram because he's been going live like 3 times a day. He ain't got no life no more, okay? So go follow him and watch his stuff.
Yeah. Think all the YouTube hours I'm getting for 666.
That's it. Hey, and that's the thing, right? So shout out to that. If you need to watch my playlist on the YouTube,
yeah, go watch his playlist.
Because I'm trying to get those hours up, and every little bit's appreciative. And Jamie,
yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. I got a lot of work to do in here. I'll be on tomorrow.
I got Jamie's address,
We
so
appreciate you, Missy.
don't be surprised if something shows up soon. That's what happens, man. You support me, I support you, right?
I got 3 more snakes leaving next week, so.
Nice. DDM just got that bamboo inchi the other day.
Ooh, I like bamboo.
I was really sad to see it go, but they can really use it. But I've got my fill out of it. But that is such a good breeder. If they're still in here, I've told them, I'm like, that is the best fucking breeder male I've ever had. He lives to eat and breed. That's all he wants to do. He does not go off food. He just bones, but he will bite the shit out of you. He's not one of these ball pythons that's going to ball up at all. He is like a rattlesnake constantly. Every time I open his tub, he's always like that. Maybe it's different for them. Maybe he just don't like me, but he was a butthole for me. And that was the only reason I sent him, him. They needed it, but that was one of the main reasons. I was like, this fucking snake is a bite. He bites me almost every time I open this thing. And he's big. He's a bigger boy. He's not a baby. So, yeah, it don't hurt. It won't kill you. It don't really hurt, but it does hurt. That's what kills me. People are like, oh, it don't hurt when you get bit by a snake. Man, shut the fuck up. That shit kind of hurts some. I mean, it ain't like, maybe if a baby snake bites you, it don't hurt. But a big ass
fucking a little bit. I put the triple head out the other night to show him on the live, and he hit me in the finger. It stings.
Yeah, it's a fucking tooth going into you.
I had a rat bite today that drew blood. That thing bit the shit out of me.
Man,
I got bit by an ASF 2 days ago.
Oh, dude, them fucking Norwegians in there. And that thing, I reached my hand in there the other day to pull some out, and they fucking bit the shit out of that glove. And dude, it was so close to getting my finger. I was so mad. I was like, yeah, now you're not making me. Now I don't feel bad about what's fixing to fucking happen. Earlier, I came into this room with a fucking different perspective than what I have now for you little.
Yeah, congrats, Missy.
Yep, congrats, Miss Lee. Hope everything goes all right.
But yeah, and Kiko, the show, y'all go to the Beast Brews or Beast Brews and Botany or Brews and Botany or whichever one of the shows that he's having at the time. And he said he's had a Monitor Lady coming. If y'all don't know the Monitor Lady, I don't know how y'all don't. It's pretty popular on the social media stuff. So
yep, and I'll be hitting you up, Kiko. I'm gonna get at least I'm thinking at least 2 plants here for this summer in the reptile room.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, it's getting warmer, Kiko.
Dude, I'm getting a list of different Monstera together for you. I'll send you a couple carnivores, but you do.
I don't do good with carnivorous plants, man.
Yeah, you do better with like philodendron, Monstera. So I'm getting all that kind of stuff for you.
Dude, that's dope, dude.
If any of y'all want any plants, Kiko.
Even if you live in Hawaii.
Yep.
No ship there.
Hawaii and Alaska.
And if you can keep it alive in Alaska, Kiko's your man. Call
Get
him up.
yourself a snow plant and Eskimo petunia.
You're gonna need some lights if you're in Alaska. You're gonna need some grow lights.
You know, all them Alaskans got grow lights. That shit's legal up there, I think.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
Little Eskimos passing a peace pipe around.
Yeah, they probably have indoor like vegetable gardens with lights and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, for making tomatoes.
They're growing
Yeah.
in blues.
Green tea tomato. All right, y'all. We'll see you next week. I don't have a guest. I'll probably have an open panel unless I can find a guest time before then for next week. I don't know. I might even do a gene crusher. You don't know. You don't know with me.
You better show up.
Nice show. Okay, show. Check it out.
Gene crusher's the shit.
Thank you,
Yeah, I can use some RWO cash.
RWO for life.
For life.